I'm here today on May the 26th, 2010 in the beautiful north of Spain in the province of Asturias, part of green Spain. As you can tell, everything is green and lush around here. And I'm here on an electrically assisted bicycle, cycling on the bear trail, La Senda de los Osos. I'm here with a small group of people. They're all tourism experts of Asturias. And we've been talking a little bit about the tourism opportunities here in Asturias. And I will probably be catching up with Anna right now, who is a real tourism expert on this province here. And I was just going to ask you a little bit about cultural travel opportunities in Asturias. What about culture?
Well, again, when we talk about landscape, if you talk about culture, you can find almost everything. I mean, Asturias, well, you can find footprints from the Jurassic time.
Oh yeah?
There is a Jurassic coast and a Jurassic trail. And then if we keep going on time, you will find paintings from the Paleolithic times.
Cave paintings?
Yeah, that's And then we keep going on, and you should have to talk about the reconquest of Spain.
Reconquest, yes.
That's it. The first battle, I mean the Spanish reconquest, took place in Covadonga.
Was that in 722?
722.
Yes.
That's it.
So this was the first part of Spanish territory that was reconquered from the Moors.
Yeah, that's it.
So the whole Reconquista, the reconquest, started up here in Asturias. And of course you have the pre-Romanesque churches.
Yeah, that's it. And then we keep going on, and with that Asturian kingdom, which before was bigger because it took apart not just Asturias, but also it got from Asturias to the whole Galicia.
Yes.
And a part of the Cantabria. And while that period they built some churches which are pre-Romanesque. So that means that some of the elements that are characteristic from the Roman style already appeared 200 years before here in Asturias.
Exactly.
So they have been declared World Heritage by the UNESCO. And then of course there are lots of Roman churches and monasteries and so on. Became very popular during the 13th century.
Yes.
And we will keep going up to the Cathedral of Oviedo, which first was pre-Romanesque, then it had a Roman area, and then they finished it in the
Gothic.
16th century.
Oh, 16th century, even later. Okay.
So if we talk about the Cathedral of Oviedo, we must talk about the way to Santiago de Compostela.
The Santiago de Camino de Santiago, that's right.
As I already said, when the tomb of Santiago was discovered, Galicia belonged to the Asturian kingdom, and the king lived in Oviedo. Okay. So he was the first one that took the way to go to Santiago to see what had happened. I mean, if it was true that the tomb of Santiago had been discovered. So that's why we talk about a primitive way to Santiago, which is the one that leaves Oviedo and goes inland up to Santiago.
Okay. So
on that time, Alfonso II, who was the king, he was the first one to build a church for those relics. So there was, on that time, there was a singing that said, if you go to Santiago and you don't visit Oviedo, you leave the Savior and you visit the servant that you forgot the Savior.
Oh, okay. Is this part of the Camino Frances?
No, the Camino Frances
goes south, right?
Goes southward, the Cantabria mountain chain, and cross the Castilla-León.
Oh, here are the two tunnels. Look at that. I'm going to have to take a picture of these as well. Very nice.